Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. You guys know me. I am Nancy Quinn, previously Nancy Ganzakoffer, business coach and body language trainer to interior designers. And I am here with my associate coach and luxury interior designer, Lesley Myrick. Good morning.
Good morning, Nancy. How's your Thursday so far?
So far, so good. I actually got a little walk in and the weather's beautiful here. And yesterday I played a half a day of hooky because I had to do some TSA stuff. So we went down to the beach, which was gorgeous.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. Work-life balance, baby.
Yes, work-life balance, which we talk about all the time in our programs. I just went live on Instagram because I had forgotten to do that. So Profit Insiders for interior designers is our coaching program. And we have an accelerated program that we have just rolled out. But before we tell you more about that, let's go into our question for the day. What we try to do every Thursday is answer a question that has been posted in the Interior Design Business Forum, which is my Facebook group with almost 10,000 interior design professionals in there. So if you're watching and you're not in there, please go join the Interior Design Business Forum Facebook group where we source these questions. So tell us what our question is about today, Lesley.
All right. Our question is from Christina, and she's asking, is it possible to stay small and grow a business at a slower pace?
Absolutely, yes, hands down. And Lesley and I talk about this all the time because in our Profit Insiders coaching programs, our group or my one-on-ones, or our elite group, these are people who are growing their businesses all different.
Yeah.
As well as you, right? So tell everybody about how you have set up your business to stay small for your life as it currently stands right now.
Yep. So we have many amazing designers in our elite program and in the Profit Insiders Academy who have teams and beautiful offices, and they're running these like kick-ass design firms. They're profitable. And for me, that sounds terrifying. Like, that is not my dream, to have a big office and a staff to manage and things like that. My own business, Nancy, is me full-time, and I contract with a CPA and bookkeeper. I outsource my social media. I have a virtual assistant who works virtually, obviously, on like admin, purchasing, number stuff. And I have an in-person design assistant that works for me just a few hours a week and helps me with installs. And that's it.
Okay, now that sounds like a lot to people.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay, it sounds like a lot to people who are still or solo interior designers, right? So how does it start, right?
Yeah.
First, you get an accountant because you
Absolutely.
need an accountant to file your taxes.
Yes, accountant and bookkeeper were definitely my first outsourcing.
Right, and when you think about how often you have to manage these people, it's not that often, right?
No, I'm not managing them. I mean, really, they're not employees. They're running their own businesses, and I'm engaging them with their services. So they're running things on their terms. They're telling me what they need from me. It's quite easy because I didn't employ a full-time bookkeeper that I then have to provide 40 hours of work a week to.
Exactly.
I'm tapping into their expertise. They've given me their monthly fee. They handle my books. We meet to review it once a month, and it makes it really clean and simple.
Yes, and now add a social media person to it if you don't want to do your own social media. So our point is that you can stay small.
Yeah.
And even though it sounds like Lesley has a lot of people, she has the right amount of people working the right amount of hours for the right amount of functions to balance her life. And you can too, is the bottom line. And I almost did a video yesterday. Did I end up? I want to post a video talking about how a lot of people who come on my calendar to get their application review for the Profit Insider Academy group program that we run. They start, well, I'm listening to every podcast and I'm trying to implement as much as I can. And I'm like, awesome. That's great. But that can be information overload too. And then I watch your videos, they tell me, and now they're trying to implement. But when I ask, how's that going for you? What's your income? What's your pipeline? I get the blank stare. Like, I'm doing everything I'm reading about and hearing about in the industry from all the professionals like me and everyone else.
Yeah.
But then it's not equaling money because they're not necessarily doing things in the right order. right? So this question, is it possible to stay small and grow a successful business at a slower pace, is the perfect question to ask yourself first. Yes, it's possible. What do you want out of it? Like, what do you want your business to look like?
I can't believe how many people don't consider that and don't ask themselves that
I
question.
didn't in the beginning. I just
Yeah.
dove into my business and kept going. And then suddenly
Yeah.
I was underwater, drowning. And I thought, I didn't do this right. Like I got too ambitious, right? You know, on our business helpline, I'm always saying to our designers when they come up with a great idea, I'm like, no, don't do that right now. No,
Yeah.
that's not the time to do that. Yes, you need to do that in the future, but not right now. Right now,
Yes.
your focus is this, right? And we tell them for their business and how they're trying to grow or not grow or
Yep.
stabilize or just become more profitable or stay in their home and not go out to their own studio, right? Everyone's desires are different.
Yeah.
So we're in charge of making sure they get what they want in the shortest path possible based on all of our knowledge, right?
Yeah.
So you stay small, but you still have a support team and you need to make enough money to
Yes.
support the support team.
Well, and you can stay smaller than me if you want to. It's funny that when you said that, I was like, oh, that does kind of sound like a lot. And I promise it really isn't. But like,
It's
I'm the
not.
only full-time person. I'm doing the majority. Anyway, I'm small too, but you can be smaller and you can still be profitable. I think that's the magic is there's this idea of like, oh, I want to be a 7-figure business. I need to get here. It's like, okay, if that's what you want, that's amazing. But right now, my kids are both in elementary school. My work hours are limited. I don't want to feel the pressure of supporting other people's salaries and having that
Their
overhead.
families.
I still want to be designing. I don't want to be that CEO. I mean, I am a CEO, but like, I don't want to be just the business visionary and business leader. I still want to be doing what I came here to do. And for me, that's
Okay.
why I like being small.
And let's talk about that for a second, because in our elite group the other day, we have some of those designers want to be more the business side, the
Yes.
CEO, the marketing, the growth, the planning, the strategy, the hiring, the firing, the organization, and starting to let someone else do more of the design with their guidance, where other designers are like, oh, hell no, I want my business run without me involved, and I just want to do the design.
That's me. Yep.
Okay. And either one is possible. You can be a solopreneur and make enough money for your life. You can be run a team in a studio and make a great living as well. Both things are possible, right? So what does it take? One, make sure you know what you want and what's going to work for your life right now and in the next 2 or 3 years. Let's not think further than that right now, right?
That's great advice. Yeah.
Okay. Number 2, purchase wholesale. Talk to everyone about that, how much of a difference it makes when you learn how to properly purchase wholesale.
If you are shopping retail and getting like 20% off on retail sites, we need to have speaks, because I promise you, even as a solo designer who does not have the ability, my struggle for years was, well, I can't do like a $10,000, $20,000, $50,000 buy-in with these brands to get better discounts. Like, I'm just not selling that much furniture at where I am.
Right.
But things have changed, Nancy, and I'm so grateful for that. There's amazing ways that you can purchase through companies like Daniel House Club, through the Designers Collaborative. There's options now that were not there 5-10 years ago. If you're not getting at least 50% off of retail, then you need to explore other avenues, because I promise you, you can sell furniture at a fair, at or below retail cost and make a good margin on it. It's a really lovely boost to your business, and it's what allows me to be profitable and stay small, is because I charge appropriately for my design fees, and for full service projects, I'm able to make a good margin on furnishings.
Yes. And now we have designers who'd say, I'm in a stage of life that even the purchasing, procurement, ordering, tracking, delivery, they don't want to even do it anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
So I don't blame them. I've been there.
Right.
It can be really hard.
Like at my age, if I was doing full blown design, I probably would go for the design fees, the project management fees, and not worry so much about the furniture margins, because I know how much
I've
I
done
want
that
to
too.
make.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I know how much I want to make in life. And if I'm making that in design fees and project management fees, I'm okay. That
Yep.
does not mean I'm passing along my discounts to my clients. That does not mean that. So let's be clear. But I've decided, like, if I'm a senior designer or a brand new designer or just a designer who has a lot of hecticness in my life, I can create a business model that doesn't require the ordering, tracking, delivering. If you want, you
Right.
want to increase your profits and you love that side of it, you want to see the finished result and be able to take pictures, then that's another business
Yep.
model. You can make money as an interior designer many different ways. First, decide what you want. Number two, learn how to purchase wholesale, and tell them what number three is of our advice today.
Have boundaries around who you work with, and also boundaries around how many clients per year, per month, how many hours per week do you want to be working, and reverse engineer that.
Yes, right? Because we all know the amount of hours we think we work is not the real amount of hours. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less, and you've
Yeah.
got to figure out billable hours. What is it going to bring into your firm? So all of this and so much more gets discussed in our academy program. Why don't you tell them a little bit about our academy?
I'm so excited about this. So the Profit Insiders Academy is our 1-year group coaching and mastermind program, but we have just revamped it to accelerate it into a 6-month program. We can get a lot done in a year. However, we can really crush it with you in 6 months and make more progress faster. So it is an incredible program. I have had the privilege of being involved in many, many of our groups now in the past 3 years. We've been working together, Nancy.
Yeah.
And I'm excited for this new format because it is hit the ground running, get it done, have our support, and we want you to be hella profitable in 6 months. And because we have shortened the time frame, we've also lowered the investment, which I think is going to be
Very helpful.
great for it is for a lot of people. We understand that coaching is an investment as it should be. By condensing it, we're able to bring the investment down for you and make it more accessible. So I really hope if it's something that you haven't heard of before, you check it out. We have another group starting in just a couple months. If you've looked into it before, maybe you weren't ready to invest, take a look again. Things have changed for the better, and I'm so excited about that.
I'm so excited too. And we like the tagline we've been using is where action meets ambition, right? Like we can talk a lot about what we want in life, but unless we're actually taking action to go towards it,
Yeah.
really it's just talk, right? So
Yeah.
you guys will see my banners will say, stop complaining, start doing something, right? Because a lot of people just want to talk about how difficult things are
Yeah.
in the world. And someone on Instagram is asking, what's the number one method you find and what is the number one method you find and attract new clients? And can you explain your process, right? So I'm going to tell you, there is so many ways to market yourself. It is depending on your individual business. I can give a lot of general tips, right? Go on Instagram, go join a networking event, go join a charitable event, reach out to homeowners who just purchased homes and all kinds of different things.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to say the number one thing that works for everybody is the same thing, because it's not. And I think that a lot of coaches make that mistake. They come out with, you got to do this and it'll definitely work. And so many people then buy into it and they start spending their money investing in these schemes, basically, right? Like I don't think anybody can say you're going to be 100% booked. Have you ever joined a program that 100% booked works every time?
No, but I've joined the program that claimed that.
Okay, so there you go. And I'm not really targeting any particular program. I literally want everyone to know that as a coach, as coaches, we can guide you on proven marketing methods. We can provide you proven pricing methods. We can provide you with the proven method for going through your process. But still, there are times where I'm going to say to that person, this should be different for you, for your business, for your experience level, for your location, for your type of job. We are not cookie cutter coaching, even though we teach principles that have proven to be successful over and over again. But then we're going to modify based on their individual desires, needs, experience, location, etc. Confidence.
I love that. I have done so many of the programs that are, here's the answer, and there's good in there. Let me start
Yes.
by saying that. There's always nuggets you can glean and get, but it's a lot of take what you like and leave the rest. I really admire how you've built this, Nancy, because of course, like you said, there are general principles, there are foundations you need to know, but there are so many little nuances about you, your personality, your business, how you want to run your business, where you're located, what your experience is, what your niche is. And we're
Yes.
able to customize that for you and give you that really personalized advice that I do feel is missing in a lot of the other group programs. The walkie-talkie helpline that we have, we say this in every call,
Yes.
every meeting we have. Those who use the Voxer, the walkie-talkie app, will have the most success. And we see the designers that reach out to us with those questions for that personalized advice and guidance, without a doubt, have the most success by the end of the program.
Right. And I'll tell you why. It's really not that complicated. It's decision paralysis, right?
Yes.
I need to fire an employee. I'm not sure the words to use. I need to hire someone. I'm not sure the job description. I want to grow to the next level. What should my org chart look like? I have a problem with a client. They're saying this. What do I say back? They're pushing back on my contract. How do I save this job? It's all different. How do I do a proposal for the first time and guarantee that they'll accept it? Well, I'll tell you, there's no guarantees, but we'll give you the tools that you need, the tricks, the tips, the body language, the way to present that will have you get the best success that you can get. But it all goes back to setting the right boundaries also for the right clients, not saying yes to clients that aren't going to adhere to your service models, the way you operate. And it doesn't mean it's only people who have money or only people who are, it's all different kinds of people. You are working with luxury clients and then clients that need a little bit less. And that's okay as long as you are profitable and you want to take them.
Yes, that's a great point, Nancy. We're talking about this before we went live today, is that in my business right now, I've got a couple really juicy, well over $1 million big projects, and I love that. And at the same time, I'm also doing a 20-hour block with a client who just needs a few paint colors and window treatments, or a designer for a day. And that's not a lesser service. I'm
Right.
still very profitable. It's a different need for a client, and all of that is still in alignment with how I want to run my business. I'm not saying yes to jerks. Like, my clients are nice and I love working with them.
Yes.
Just because they don't need, the $2 million new build or addition does not mean they're not my client. And I think that's a mistake that we see in other programs, is hold out, wait for the big juicy jobs. Okay, great. Yes, some people that works well. The way I want to run my business is I want to work with great people. I want to be profitable, and I want to have fun and a great connection with my clients. And I can do that in multiple ways. So I just want to encourage you with that, because we do hear that pushback a lot of like, should I say yes to this client? They're really small. They're not really what I want to be doing. It's like, is it a good client? Are you going to make money? Is it keeping you from something else bigger? Or is it a great way to just boost your income, get more experience, build relationships? Who knows where that might lead? A repeat client, a referral, a connection.
Yes.
That's
the part I was going to talk about. Like,
and I'm on my
every person you meet.
I believe this so much, is that you get to choose. And if you don't want those little mini jobs, okay, that is totally up to you. But I don't want anyone to feel bad because they're not at this place that they're supposed to be, or their peers are at, or what you're seeing on social media. There's so many ways to serve our clients and grow a successful business, to stay small, to work with the kind of clients we want to, and fuck what anyone else is doing is all I'm going to say. You can do it your way.
Yeah, but I'll go as far as, maybe you are having $1 million plus business and you want to grow even bigger. You want to be an influencer. You want to do it differently. You want to break into a different market. You want to niche down and you're not sure how. You want to grow your firm. We coach all different levels. Right? But we want to be clear. Don't feel less than if you have a smaller business and you just want to fine tune it and figure out what works for you. And don't feel self-conscious if it looks like you have a bigger business, but you actually don't. I get them on my calendar every week, and that's okay. We all have smoke and mirrors. We all look super successful, but there's not always times we are super successful. Right? So I guess I want to say your secrets are safe with us. Whatever
Yeah.
stage of your business you are in, we can help you get to that next level as an interior designer. And there's no shame in having had super success 2 years ago, 3 years ago during COVID, and now struggling, because now it's business as usual, right? So if you need help, please reach out, fill out an application for our Profit Insider Academy Accelerated program. It's a 6-month program. We've adjusted the price lower, so it's an easier investment for everybody. And the success you will get will be just as good as the 1-year program, because we've set it up that way. We've created the lessons, put them in the right order, and we will help you make decisions in the right order for everything you're hearing out on the internet. Okay. So sometimes slowing down actually speeds you up. Okay, so slowing down all the learning in order to speed up and actually implement with the right advice and the right guidance, which we can provide for you if you're not as profitable as you would like to be, or your business is not where you want it to be. Okay, did I miss anything?
No, I'm feeling so empowered. I'm like, you get to do what you want. I promise you. Like, you don't have to follow someone else's model. Like, you get to decide what works for you, and we will support you to get there, because we have done it for hundreds of designers. I am still a practicing designer, so I'm in the trenches with all of you, figuring stuff out as I go too, and learning and determining what I want. And I love to be able to share my experience with our Profit Insiders as well. So I hope you will consider joining. It is a absolutely killer program, and the results we see are amazing.
It's my signature program, and I'm very proud. I'm very proud. So, all right, everyone, go have a great Thursday. But if you're struggling with questions about your business, growing your business, stabilizing your business, making enough money, fill out an application for the Academy. It starts in May, and we're starting to fill up now. So if you want to be part of it, get on my calendar soon. All right. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you next time.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.